Hi everyone, Risotto here and welcome back to another airsoft video. Today I'm in the studio and going to be talking about my Viper Special Ops chest rig. Now I've owned this chest rig for the last 6 months and figured now would be a good time to share my experiences and thoughts on this product. Viper obviously are well known for producing tons of airsoft and tactical kit. I've actually been using Viper kit ever since I got into airsoft. The first assault vest I owned was one of their LA Special Forces assault vests. Since then I've owned multiple pouches, pistol holsters, and I'm actually using a set of their combat trousers at the moment. Viper are also known for producing incredibly affordable kit, which to be honest is exactly why I purchased this rig. I knew I wanted to use this rig for a sniper loadout and I knew I wanted to craft it, so I didn't want to buy something too expensive. I wanted something I could sort of customize, modify, and if it went wrong that I wouldn't be too upset. So as you can guess, I've gone for the olive green version. You can see here, this is the green that it comes with. You can also get it in black, grey, tan and multicam. It has 4 buckles on the sides which allow you to connect the adjustable straps. Whether you're a slim build or a bigger build, you should be able to adjust this chest rig to fit. So this is how I run my rig in its current form. Everything I've got in here is generally what I'll be using on a game day. So first of all, we've got 2 pistol pouches here. I run a Mark 23 pistol along at the moment with a 1911A1 pistol. The Mark 23 magazines fit in these with no problem. Mark 23 magazines aren't the smallest magazines, so you shouldn't have any problem fitting your pistol magazines in there. Next up, we've got 3 utility pouches on the front. These will fit 1 M4 magazine in these smaller ones here. I've got my radio in this one here, which fits pretty snugly. Also got a larger utility pouch here, which was probably good for sort of anything you want really. I've probably fit SRS mags, no problem. So this is really good as well. You've also got a strip of Velcro here, which is really good. Means you can sort of customize your rig and put patches and things like that. On the other side, you've got another pistol magazine pouch. This one is actually adjustable, so when you take it off, you can actually adjust the length of the tab at the top. So depending on what size pistol magazine you've got in there, you should be able to fit it in no problem. I'm carrying a 1911 A1 magazine in this one here, and it fits in there pretty snug. On the back of the rig, we've also got 4 open top bungee pull M4 pouches. I've also got my 1911 A1 pistol in here. You can see here my 1911 A1. We've also got the 2 Mac 10 mid-cap magazines. I've basically pushed 2 Mac 10 magazines into 1 M4 magazine holder to sort of keep them nice and tight together, and it does work. If I was to take one of these out though, they do become very, very loose, which is kind of annoying. I do kind of wish that they did this rig in another option, maybe in sort of SMG magazine option. If you're running an MP5 or something like that, then this rig is probably not for you. You're not going to be able to hold those magazines tight, which really you don't really want to be losing them. I've also got an M4 speed loader in this pouch just here. Next up, I've got my Mark 23. Now this is an interesting one because the actual pouch that I've currently got my Mark 23 in is actually a radio pouch. But what I've done is basically modified the end of the radio pouch. I've used a Stanley blade and I've basically cut a cross in the bottom, which allows me to holster my Mark 23. This again has a elasticated bungee ties on the top, which means that the Mark 23 is securely in there. Now, one of the things that put me off buying this rig was the fact that I couldn't connect a backpack to it easily. The good thing about the Viper VX rig, because they're modular, you can connect a backpack to the rig no problem, whereas the Viper Special Ops rig isn't designed for having a backpack attached. But I have found a solution. Basically, the buckles that you see here are the exact same buckles that are on the Viper One Day modular backpack. I already owned the Viper One Day modular backpack, so I took a sort of shot in the dark, if you will. I kind of looked at the buckles online and they look quite similar. So what I did was ordered this rig, and when I got it, I checked to see if they fit. So this here is the Viper modular backpack, the One Day modular backpack that you can get. The buckles on the backpack fit without any modification into the Special Ops chest rig, meaning that you can actually run this backpack with this rig without any modifications. Now, to me, this is pretty significant, and I'm surprised that I haven't seen this being talked about more often, because this is a really popular chest rig, and I think a lot of people who are using this might want to attach a backpack if they're playing a milsim or they're playing a longer day of airsoft and they want to carry extra BBs or a hydration carrier or something like that. If you own this rig already, definitely check out the Viper One Day modular backpack. The buckles do connect up, that are generally for the arm straps for the backpack. They connect straight into the rig. So let's go over the good points about this rig. First of all, it has lots of pouches for a rig of this size. It's pretty small, to be honest, which is really, really good. Second thing about this rig that's good is the price. It's £30, which is really, really cheap. I definitely see this rig for someone who kind of like me wants to craft it and doesn't want to sort of end up gluing stuff to like a more expensive rig. But it's also great for people who are just starting airsoft and perhaps are running an AEG. You've got so many pouches here to use for your AEG, kind of like spare batteries, BBs, spare magazines, anything like that. And as I say, you can also run a pistol in here at push as well. Let's talk about some of the things that aren't so good with this rig. And first off, for me, I kind of wish that this radio pouch here was a pistol holster. It kind of just makes sense to me when you've got 3 pistol magazine pouches built into the rig. I feel like a radio pouch could have gone on one of the straps connecting it, the chest rig, or something like that, a shoulder strap or something like that. Yeah, that is a bit of a shame. Second thing is that there is no molly on this at all. Which I suppose, like I said, this would be great for a beginner, which isn't really an issue. But if you want to customize it with your own pouches, you're going to have to cable tie them in and things like that, which isn't ideal. I do kind of wish there was a little bit of molly, perhaps on the front of these pouches here, or maybe something on the straps, the chest straps that go on the chest rig. Obviously, if you want a molly rig, there's tons of other options available, chest rigs on the market that you can go for. But that is a bit of a downside for me. There is no molly on here to attach your own pouches. Another thing that is worth mentioning is that this rig is not very padded. This is the back of the rig, and it is pretty much just a very thin bit of fabric. But if we compare this to my Warrior Assault Systems belt rig, you see the amount of padding here is crazy. It is really comfortable, this belt, to wear. But yeah, there's tons of padding on this, and on the Viper, there really isn't much there. Like I said, you can't really expect too much for the price. Like, it is only £30. You know, you're not going to get all the bells and whistles that you do on Warrior Assault System kit. But yeah, a bit of padding on the back would have been nice. So now I'm quickly going to talk about the crafting techniques that I've used to craft my chest rig. First of all, we've got this material here. This is called quiet wear. It's actually for neck warmers. And you can get this on Amazon and things like that. And basically what I've done is cut this quiet wear, which is sort of a mossy fabric, fitted it to shape on these pouches. So you can see here I've got this this quiet wear material across all my pistol pouches, the utility pouches on the front and the magazine pouches. I've also got it on the pistol magazine pouch here. So basically I cut it to size and used a hot glue gun and just glued it straight onto the rig. Other things I've done is attach this raffia here. The brown raffia here is dyed using coffee. You can see in my other leaf suit tips and tricks video a bit more detail on how I have dyed that. But essentially it's dyed with coffee. The green raffia was just purchased green, and I used a bit of spray paint to get that color looking better. And the sneaky leaves here, same with these leaves, which are from IKEA. All I've done is just cable tied them onto any of the sort of hole loops in the chest rig. I've got them on the bottom here, and I've also got I've got them on the top of the magazine pouches as well. One of the other things I've done is utilize the Velcro on this rig. Now, I could have just glued over this with quiet wear, but to be honest, I don't really want to lose the fact that there's Velcro on this. It is quite valuable on a rig to have a bit of Velcro. So what I've done is created these modular Velcro panels. And I've got a few different colors and things like that, depending on what season I'm playing in. And all I can do is just change these on the rig, peel them off and take them off whenever I want. So all I have to do is just take this modular Velcro panel, and I literally just attach it onto the rig just like that. Essentially, it's just Velcro, and what I've done is crafted the Velcro panel. Same techniques really, bit of quiet wear, cable tied in the sneaky leaves and the IKEA leaves, and yeah, just covered the Velcro patch. Of course, then if I want to put my own custom patch on there, instead of running it with the crafted patch, then I can just literally swap them over, which is really, really good. But as I say, if you want to know more about how I crafted my rig and how I craft my leaf suit, then definitely check out my leaf suit tips and tricks video on the channel. So to conclude this video and summarize this product, I think this is a really good option for if you have just got into airsoft and perhaps you've got your first AEG. I feel like this chest rig is a really good option for you. I think it's also really good for people who are running a sniper loadout and want a chest rig to craft that is not going to break the bank. That's exactly what I've done, and I would absolutely recommend it for doing that. As I mentioned, you can also attach the Viper one-day modular pack to it using the buckles. I think this is really good. Again, this is something that I haven't seen talked about online. It's obviously not designed to do that. So it isn't the most comfortable backpack to have attached in the world, but it does work. And I definitely recommend looking into doing it if you want to run this chest rig with a backpack. I think it would also be cool to have a bit more Velcro on it. This is the only Velcro part on the entire rig. I almost feel like it would be great if this whole panel was Velcro, then you could really sort of customize it with all your favorite patches and things like that. But it's enough to sort of put your custom patch in there if you so wish. And the last thing is the quality. The quality is good. I wouldn't say it was amazing. I wouldn't say it was poor either. I'd say it was somewhere in the middle. It's not on the same level as a Warrior Assault Systems rig or something in that realm. However, for the price, this Viper stuff is really, really good. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel. Do you run this rig yourself? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'll put a link to the product in the description where you can find out some more information.